ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಚಾನಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಕೆಟಾಲಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಥಿಯರಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು DFA. So DFA stands for deterministic finite automata. First of all, what is automata? Automata is nothing but the machine. So machine which can accept finite number of inputs and the value can be determined. So that is called as deterministic finite automata. Okay, so I have written 6 because in DFA itself there are 6 variety of problems. So all 6, whatever examples is given in the VTU prescribed textbook, all of those we will be solving in this video. Okay, and remember DFA is the easiest concept. So what VTU has done is they will be asking VTU DFA related questions only for 2 marks. Now you may tell I'll skip this, but the change is that if you know to solve DFA, after that whatever comes like converting from DFA to NFA and variety of problems all can be solved with the basics of DFA problems. So hence I have thought of doing or starting with DFA. So this is the basic one. So I have told you, right, automata is nothing but the machines. So for that we have one formula. Okay, so I will tell how to remember these everything. It's easy. Just spare me for 1 minute because that is theory. After that we will solve the questions. I promise you that I'll make theory of computation problems easy. So let us start with the problem. Before going with the problem, I will go with the formula. So M. So M is equal to capital Q and this is read as sigma. This is read as delta, Q naught and F. So M is nothing but the machine. Okay, M is the machine and capital Q stands for set of all the states. So machine can be on, off, right? So this all states are nothing but represented as capital Q. Then we have sigma. Sigma is called as or sigma contains all the alphabets that we are going to include. Okay, then comes delta. So remember this delta is called as transitive function. So if you want to find the transitive function, we have to multiply capital Q, that is set of all states, into sigma. We will get the value of this delta. Delta is transition function. Okay, then we have Q naught. Q naught stands for initial state and F stands for final state. Now let us understand this question with one simple example. I will take very simple example because I want you to understand how to start solving. So once you get the basics, you will be able to do with the difficult questions as well. So in the question here they have asked, draw a DFA to accept strings of A having at least one A. So remember in the question they have told us to take only one A. At least means one. It can have more as well, right? So you had in DMS the word we used to use at least. At least means one or more than that. I hope you have understood this. Now let us try to draw it. How to draw the diagram, or what we call is the transition diagram is, first thing is, see, remember we have to write what alphabets we will be using. So what alphabet we are using here is A, right? So this A can be represented as sigma. Why I am taking sigma? Because sigma represents alphabets, right? So alphabet is equal to A. Okay, write this in a enclosing brackets. Then we have to start drawing with the diagram. So first we have to take the initial state. In order to represent the initial state, we will be taking the arrow mark. So inside that we will write the initial state. What is the initial state represented as? Q naught, right? So Q naught. Okay, now they have told we have to include at least one A. So we will take first one A. Okay, after including this 1A, it will go to the next state. So here I will write it as Q1. Okay, So they have told at least 1A. Yes, I have included this 1A now. This is the only condition, right? 1A. So after 1A, it can have any number of A's. But compulsory what we have to include? 1A. So I have included that 1A. After that, n number of A's can come. For that, we will write the self loop. Like if you want to add anything extra, any number of letters extra, we will write it like with the self loop. Okay. And one more thing which we have to know here is, after moving from one state to one state, you should always represent it with arrow. Okay. And one more thing which you should remember is, this is the starting state, right? So initial state, which we represent with only one single circle. The final state, we will always represent it with 2 circles. I hope this concept is clear now. Now for this only, we have to write something. See, this entire diagram, we will call it as transition diagram. Okay, after drawing transition diagram, this is also called as state diagram. So if in question, if they ask state diagram, don't get confused. Both the transition diagram and state diagram are same. For this only now, we have to draw transition table. Now how to draw this transition table, I'll tell you. Please concentrate well. Okay, just like how we take LCM. Okay, first write what alphabet we are going to take in this question. What is the alphabet we are using? A, right? So write A here. See, transition. So to find the transition table, we have to use transition function. So I am going to use this delta. Okay, so I'll write this delta here now. Now you understand. Okay, where do we have A? When we are moving the states from Q0 to Q1, right? So write it here. When I'm moving from Q0 to Q1, we are taking the letter or alphabet A. So this is how we represent this. Next, what happens is, we have represented this A here, but also we are having this one more A, right? So this also we have to represent. So like how can you find A? It is a self loop, right? So self loop is represented with like this. When you are starting from Q1 only, but you are ending also from Q1 only, in order to get what? A. Okay, so whatever we want to get, right, write it here. By using what states you want to get that letter, no, you will write it here. Okay, so this is how we write this thing. Next step is, in this formula we have to substitute all these values. So let me write the formula once again. Okay, so Q means what? The set of all states, right? So what is capital Q? All states. How many states do we have? Q0 and Q1. So I'll write that states here now. Q0, Q1. Okay. Then what is sigma? Sigma is nothing but alphabets. Which alphabet we have used here? Only A, right? So write only A. Okay. Everything we have to represent within the brackets. Okay. So then, which is the starting state? Q0. Q0 itself is the starting state, right? So you already know what is Q0. Q0 is the starting state. Then what is F? F is the final state. So I have told, right, if you want to represent final state, we will put 2 circles. So you can just write Q1 is the final state. Okay. Now, important one is to write the transition function. See, observe this carefully because most of them fail here. So, write the symbol of transition function as it is. So, we already know this formula, right? So, first let me write that formula as it is. So, once you write this formula, Q means you have to consider for each states. Now, how many states do we have for Q? Q0 and Q1, right? First, let me consider it for Q0. Later, let me consider it for Q1 into, then alphabet, right? Sigma means alphabet. Which alphabets do we have? A. This is also A. So, this is how we write, right? So, see, answer how you write for this one is, see here, Q0. Okay, Q0 into A. Once you move from here to here, what is the next state we have, right? That we have to write here, Q1. Similarly, for Q1 into A. Q1 into A. Just go reversely. It will be Q0. Okay, just whatever opposite state is there, you will write it. That is the simple thing which you should know. So here I have taken very simple example. Next we will be looking into some very good big example. So let us see the next example. Before that, what is this kind of problem called is, this is nothing but pattern recognition problem. Okay, they will say how many letters we have. Based on the pattern we will be solving. So remember, once you are doing this, what and all things are necessary is, first you write down the formula, later you write the value of sigma. This is called as transition diagram or state diagram, and this is called as transition table. Then we will substitute all the values. See, whatever I have written here, you write it here. That's it. Okay, so I have taken very simple example. So this much if you write properly, they are going to give you 2 marks. Okay, so let us look at the second example now. So in question they have given, draw DFA to accept strings of A's and B's having at least one A. This is the question. So in the exam, either they can give DFA related questions in the statement format or equation format. Both you should be able to understand. Suppose if they are giving this question in equation format, then how it will look? I'll just try to explain you. Remember, W stands for strings, which can accept the value of A, only A's. See, in question here also they have given, right? Accept strings of A's and B's. See, that is why they have given A comma B. Star means both A and B. Okay, star means what? Both A and B. But they have given the condition that at least one A should be there. So n of A is greater than or equal to 1. At least means 1 should be there, but greater than 1 can also be there, right? So please understand how to read this. Can I repeat it once more for you? Yeah, I'll do that. That would go better. So how to read this is, first of all, star means both A and B letters are included. So once the letter A and B are included means condition will be written here. Condition says that letter A, W is nothing but the string. So this letter must be present at least equals to once or more than once. Okay, so this is the condition that we have. Now let us try to draw the transition diagram. So let me start with Q0 state. Okay, so I'm starting with Q0 state. They have told at least one A must be there. So first let me take A only. So I'm taking A here. Okay, so this is the only condition that they have given. So I can write the final state. Now let us think of B. Did they give any condition for B? No, right? B can be in any number. They have just told that in our pattern there is compulsory that one A should be present. So before one A, anything else can be present? Yes, right? Any letter can be present, like A or B. But in the starting they have told it should accept one A. But before that, B's can be there, right? So we will write self loop for B. That means before A, B can be present. They have not given any condition, so it can be present. Later, they have told one A can be present, but more than one A can also be present, right? Greater than or equal to is what they have given. So self loop A. What about B? Did they give any condition? No, it means it can be present, right? So we can write A comma B. The only condition is at least one A should be present. Before that, any number of B can be present. After that also, any number of A and B can be present. I have told this in very simple way. Like if you have not understood, kindly go back and watch the same thing, because I have told it in very simple way. Okay, so this, I hope you are clear. Now let us write the transition diagram. So in this example, we had taken only letter A, because in question they have given only about A. But here we have A, B. So watch this carefully now. So I'll take A and B together now. Okay, so in order to reach A and B, what are the alphabets that or the states that I need? See, always I'm starting from initial state, right? So initial state is represented as Q0. So how did we start it? Like this, right? So we will represent it like this. Remember this now. This is the new learning from second question. we will start it from like this. Okay. Now, in order to, like if you're starting from Q0, you will go to A. What is the next state? We have Q1, right? So write that Q1 here as it is. Similarly, like if you're starting from Q0 and you're going to B, where it is Q0, B. See, I know B is here also. But go to the nearest and starting point, Q0. In the Q0 itself, we have B, right? So again you will write Q0 only. Self loop. Self loop will always have the same letters. Then after we take Q1 and this thing, now we will write it for Q1. So write the Q1 as it is. And remember, if you want to represent initial state with arrow mark, final state is represented with asterisk. Okay. So now we will take Q1, and if you want to go to A, again it has self loop, which means it is Q1 only. Similarly, from Q1, if you want to go to B, Q1 to B, again it is self loop only. So Q1. Okay. Now see, always after taking or writing the transition diagram and transition table, let us consider example and check, because in exam also you can cross verify whether your answer is correct or not. So I'll consider one example, like something like BBAB. Okay, this is just an example. They have told us draw DFA to accept strings of A's and B's having at least one A. Do we have one A here? Yes. Before that it can be anything. After that also it can be anything. So you can take one example. Whether your example will satisfy this or not, you should check. Okay. So this was about the second question. Now let us consider the third question, which says that draw a DFA to accept strings of A and B having exactly, they have told what now? Exactly only one A. So in this condition, what happens is, first of all, let us write the value of sigma, that is alphabets. For this I have not written. For this also it is A and B, right? Similarly here also sigma, they have told A and B. So I'll write this A comma B as it is. And in question they have told exactly one A. That means in whatever diagram we draw, in that one A should compulsorily be present. Okay. Then how do we draw? I'll just start with the initial state Q0. Okay. They have told 1A to be present. So I'll take 1A here. So see, always I'm doing this because you should understand. 1A should be there. Before that anything can be there. After that also any number of A's or B can be there, right? Same thing I'll try to draw here. I hope you will understand. Just write the states Q0, Q1. Okay. This is the final state, because once you accept only one A, they have told exactly one A. That means only one A should be accepted. If one more A comes, it should not accept. So in order to represent this condition that it should not accept, if A comes after accepting one A, if another A comes, then we should send it to the state called as, very important, that is dead state. What it is called? Dead state, or also called as trap state. Mainly we will use the word dead. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. Now see, they have told we have to use only one A. That means B can be in any number. So A won't come here. Here also A won't come. Purposely I have made mistake, because you should understand. Okay, because normally we will think like this only, right? Like if you have not gone through any of the classes offline. So before it can have B, right? Yes. So that is why we'll put a self loop for B. After accepting 1A also it can have self loop for B. But it should accept only exactly 1A. So this is the condition. So after that, whatever number of A comes, that will be considered as dead state. Okay, so this is how we represent one question. So let us consider one more example. I'll just write it here itself. So we have to accept the string of A and B which starts with AB. So it should start with AB. After that it can be anything. Okay, what we want now, it should start with AB. After that we are not worried. It can be either A or B. Now same thing I will draw. Start with initial state Q naught. It should start with AB, right? So remember, from moving from one state to another state, it can accept only one letter, one alphabet. So I'm not writing A, B together. I should write separately. I'll take A first and later I'll take B. This is Q2. Okay. So this is the only condition they have given in the question. So this ends here. So this is the final state. Now they have told in the question that it should accept or starting only they have told start with AB. Now we have taken AB. Now suppose after AB any letters can come, right? Suppose in starting only if B comes, what will happen? We should not accept it, right? Starting only if B comes, we should not be accepting it. So starting, if suppose B is coming means we have to send it to dead state. So this is what now? Dead state. It should not accept. See, whatever should not accept, we will write inside the dead state. You can give this as Q3. Okay, kindly put the arrows. Similarly, after accepting A, it should compulsorily accept B only, right? It cannot again accept A. That is the question condition. So again, if A comes after accepting one A, if one more A is coming, that A should go to dead state. So I am writing A here. Okay. So again we will write self loop of A comma B. Why? Because once it accepts A, B, it should not be accepting other letters. I hope I am clear with all the 4 examples. If not clear, you can comment and ask. Kindly revise this, look at the question and try solving by your own. Similarly, for this you can write the transition diagram. I have taught everything, so I don't think so again you all want me to teach the transition diagram for this. Similarly, let us solve the next series of questions. Okay, so I hope I am making this easy. So in 5th question, draw DFA to accept strings of A and B ending with ABB. So it should end with ABB. Before that, it can either have A or it can have B. That doesn't matter. See, first always whatever condition is given in the question, we will represent that. Okay, starting state is called as Q0 and they have told it should end with ABB, right? So first let me accept A is accepted. Later let me accept B is accepted. And later let me accept one more B. So Q3. This is the final state. This much is the only condition they have given. Also they have told, they did not tell like starting should be followed with any condition. That means in starting it can accept A or B. So I'll put self loop for B because A is already accepted. A is included in this, right? This A is already included here. Suppose now this is the condition they have given, right? What is the condition? It should accept ABB. Okay, let us assume that I am accepting the value A. Now, after accepting one A, what if I send one more A? It should be rejected, right? Now, that rejection, how we are going to write, you will understand. But before that, we will come from reverse. See, remember, whenever in the question they give ending with means, you should come checking from the last letter. Okay, that would go good. See, it should end with B means it cannot accept A. Suppose if A is coming means we should send it back to A itself, right? So how do I write that A? Where is A? It is here, right? In this state. So I'm sending it back to A. So write it here. Similarly, even if B comes, already have last one B. Again if B comes, again I have to send it back to B. So where is B? B is here. So I am sending it back to this place. Similarly, I'll check it for here. If in case of this B, if one more B comes, yes, I will accept it. What if A comes in between this A, B? I should not be accepting it, right? So in place of this B, if A comes, I'm going to send it back. So I'll write this A back here. So remember, whenever the question is related to ending, come from last. Whichever letter, if it is coming in between, you send it back to that place. Okay, I hope this is clear. After this, see, according to VTU scheme of evaluation, writing this carries marks and writing the or substituting the value for machine formula carries one more marks. Okay, I hope you remember the formula for machine which we had. Do you remember or do you want me to revise? See here, this formula. Okay, let us try revising once. M equal to Q sigma. Yes, then comes the transition function, then Q naught, and then final state. All this whatever we have, right, you have to substitute and write. That will give you complete 2 marks. I know they have given less marks, no other way, we have to study. Then draw DFA which accept both A and B and do not end. See, do not they have told. That means in starting it can be A or B, but at the last it should not end with AB. That is the condition, right? So starting it can accept A and B. So that let me draw first. Q naught. Starting it can accept A and also it can accept B. Now they have told do not end it. Still you have to draw first for, okay, to write here A, B and comes one more B, right? Now you may ask why you have written wrong, but this is the right way. How? I'll tell you in the simple way. First of all, whatever they say, it can say it either will end with or do not end with. Write whatever is given in the question. Then we can make it as do not end with. It's very simple. See, in do not means, see, in all other questions, we used to put the final state for last one. But for do not end with, we will put the final state for first one. Remember this. This is the trick, okay? Okay. Now they have told like it should not end with ABB. We have done it as it is. Now again, here also, once you accept ABB, no other letters can come in between. Because if it comes, it can accept. In this question, they have told do not. So again, we will start checking from last only. Okay, now if you ask me how, for which all questions I should check with last letter, whichever has the word end or ending, you should be checking for last letter. So B, in this place of B, if A comes or again if B comes, we have to send it back, right? Remember, for all these questions, at the last, whatever character is there, A or B, if both comes also, we are going to send it back. Here also, if A comes also, we have sent it back. If B comes also, we have sent it back to B only. So here if A is coming, I'll send it back to A. Where is A now? Okay, I'm sending this this thing Q3 from Q3. I'm sending it to back to A. So you can send it here. Okay, A. Similarly, if B comes, I'll send it back to B. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, now let us check for this second B. Here, in this place of B, if A comes, I'll send it back to A. So this is the only change that you're going to make. Remaining everything remains the same. For this, you will substitute the value of M. Then we have accept AAB. Later it can have any number of AB, but starting it should accept what it seems AAB. Later it can have anything. See, in this question they did not mention end or ending, so it will be normal question, don't worry. So let us write whatever is given in the question. Let me take Q naught except A. Let me accept one more A now, and let me lastly accept one more B. Okay, this is the question. I'll end the state. Now they have told starting it should be compulsorily A, B. But what if, okay, understand this carefully, what if in this state B comes after A? What if B comes? It should not accept, it should go back, right? So before this AAB it can have any number of letters, right? Before this AAB it can be anything. So it can be B also, because starting we have A, what is left out? B. So it can have B also. So suppose if after A, if some person sends you B, it should not be accepted. So if in Q1 state, if someone is sending B, it should not be accepted and it should be sent back. So I'll represent that B here. Similarly, after this A also, we should compulsorily get B only. Suppose if another A is coming after this A, we should again send it back. So we will just write this self-live, because see this AAB, before that it can have B. If B comes, we will accept it. I know if you're not getting, just reverse it and watch it. Rather than like after seeing the question, try it once by yourself, later watch the video content. Okay, then in the starting, like after AAB, it can accept any number of A and B. That is how we write this kind of questions. Then next question is given in the form of equation, so understand it very carefully. So it is saying that we are taking both A and B. Okay, n is nothing but the power. It can be any number of A's, any number of B's, but it should be greater than or equal to 0. How to read this question? Please understand, in entire DFA construction, W stands for string. Okay, so W means string. So string can be anything, but starting it should have A, ending also it should have A. So this string W can be anything, either A or B, anything. So this same thing I'll try to draw here. Okay. So Q naught, starting it should accept A, and last also it should accept A only. This is the question, right? In between this two A, either A can come or B can come, right? So in between, either A can come or B can come. I'll just write B because A is already there. Okay, and before this A and after this A also, what will happen, that also we should represent. They have told in question clearly, starting it should have A only. What if B comes? If B comes, it will go to dead state. Dead state. It cannot, starting should compulsorily be A. It cannot accept A, not even B. If A or B comes, it will go to dead state. Okay. Now one more condition. At the end also we should have A only. But in place of A, in ending state, ending letter, what if B comes? It should also go to dead state. See, remember, dead state is the last option. We have to check whether we can send it back. Yes, right? In this place it can have any number of B's. So first I will send it back. See, remember, when first we will check whether we can send it back. Only if we cannot send it back, we will think of dead state. Not every question will go to dead state. Next question, similarly, like how we took A and B, here we have 0 and 1. So it should accept 0 and 1 having 3 consecutive zeros. It means 3 continuous zeros should be there. Starting can be anything, ending can be anything. They did not tell anything about starting or ending. So whatever this condition is there, I'll draw now. So Q naught, I'm accepting 1 0. I'm accepting second 0, and I'm accepting third 0. Okay, this is the final state. Do not forget to put the final state. Okay, so starting can be anything. It means it can be either 0 or 1, right? But before that, remember, when it comes to string kind of questions which is related to zeros and ones, again we have to do coming back like this. Remember, when and all we will do this coming back work from last letter is whenever we use from the word called end, ending, or when it comes with zeros and ones, we have to compulsorily take it back. Okay, I hope this is also clear. Now let us look here. So see here, okay, understand this carefully, it's easy. We need 3 consecutive zeros. So let us assume that I have taken 2 zeros. What if one comes? We have to send it back, right? Where do you send it back? If you send it back here, 1, will it accept? No, right? It is accepting only 0. So starting, it can accept any number of 0 or 1, right? So I'll write 1 because starting can be either 0 or 1. You can write 0 comma 1. Ending can also be 0 comma 1. But 3 consecutive 0 is compulsory for us. So if I accept 2 zeros and after accepting 2 0, if any 1 is coming, I can send this back to where it is accepting 1. There you have to send that 1. Okay, I hope this is clear. You're sending back 1 here. Similarly, after you accept 1 0, I mean, if this is the condition and 1 is coming in between, this you can send it back, right? So again, here also I'll send it back. Simple question. I know if you're getting complicated, take your time. You'll definitely understand. First time, it will be new. After you go on solving, it's easy, okay? Next one, accept A and B ending with AB or BA. See, remember in maths also or means plus, right? So similarly here also we have to take both the conditions. So starting, it can be anything. See, again you got the word end. That means we are sending from backwards. Now look into this question carefully. A, B, or it can go with BA. Remember, whenever we use the word or, what is the condition is, you will start from Q naught, right? So they have told or means it can either go to AB path. So if I am accepting A, I'll write it here because AB, starting with AB, it will start A. But if it starts from B, it will start with B, right? So first I'll accept A, this A, I'll write Q1 followed by B, Q2. And I'll write the last state, okay, final state. If it is BA, then it will accept B, Q3 let me take, and then later it will accept Q4 let me take. Okay, this much is given in the question. Now, starting can be anything, right? So now how do we represent that anything? They have given ending. That means we will check from last letter and come. Okay, first let me check for this AB. Compulsorily it should end with B. Suppose if the B is coming, then I have to send it back to B. Where do you find B here? I mean, if one B comes, you will accept. But one more B comes means you should not accept, but send it back. Where can you send it back, this B? Here we are accepting B. Wherever we accept, right, there you can send that back. Okay. Similarly, here in this ending, it should be like here BA. Compulsorily it should be BA. Suppose if it is ending with one more A, then where can you send it back? Wherever it is accepting A. Here it is accepting, right? So I'll put the arrow like this. It should come here. A. Okay, wherever it accepts, there we have to send back. So first time it can accept A, second time also it can accept A, right? Because see, they have told AB. Before also can be one more A. So think with all the possible conditions and later you think of whether you can put self loop or not. Why I am telling this BBA? Because they have just told the condition that it should end with BA. Before can be B or A, right? So that is why I have put self loop. Okay, I hope this is also clear to you. I think we have taken 6, 7, 10 examples. Okay, one more question. Like, let us assume that our string is going to accept 0, 1 and 2. Okay, these three the letters it is going to accept. But they have told it will accept only, read, I mean, whatever I'm telling, listen to this carefully. Obtain a DFA where it can accept 0, 1 and 2's beginning with, it should always begin with 0, it seems. Okay, it should always begin with 0 followed by odd number of 1. 1 should be what? Odd number. Odd number is 1, 3, 5. Those many number of times 1 can get repeated. And ending with a 2. Ending should always be 2. This is the condition what they have given. First let me draw for this. So I'll take Q0 starting 0, then 1, then 2. Okay, this much they have given. Now the twist is they have told us this thing 1 should be present in odd number of times. Okay, 1, yes, 1 is odd. Now I want to accept 3. How do I represent 3? See, look into this carefully. First time I will accept 1. Then second time if I want to make it accept, I can send it back if one more 1 comes. One more 1 comes, yes, it will accept. So 2 times I have accepted now. But third time if I want to accept, so it will go like this 1, it will come back this 2, and again it will go back this like this 3, right? So if you want to represent in odd numbers, you have to just put back the coming back symbol. Okay, this is the condition. Now in question only they have told it should begin with 0. But if it is starting with 1 or 2, we are not going to accept it, right? So if it starts with 1 or 2, we will send it back to a new state. That is, yes, very good, dead state. Similarly here also, after accepting 0, it should compulsory accept odd number of 1 only. Suppose if even comes, we should not accept it, right? However, it will not accept according to this condition. But it should only accept 1 after 0. What if after accepting 1, 0, one more 0 comes, we should not accept it, right? So we are going to send it to dead state. Similarly, even if 2 comes, I am not going to accept it. They have told in the question it should compulsorily end with 2. Suppose in last state, if 0 is coming, I am sending it to dead state. Even if 1 is coming, I am sending it to dead state. So let us look into 2 more examples. So that will make 15 examples. I think that much would be sufficient to go with DFA related questions. Some other questions I'll give you as a practice. You can do it by your own. Okay. That set of questions I'll write and give it in the description. You can do it on your own. Okay. So the next question says that. Okay. First let me try giving you the visualization how it looks. Obtain a DFA to accept a string of both A and B. Okay, it can accept A and B both with at most 2 consecutive B's. That means B's should be present continuously twice. Okay, first let me draw that Q0. Once it will accept, another time it should accept. Okay, this is the condition they have told. Starting can be either A or B. Okay, starting can be either A or B. See, remember end, ending, and whenever they use the word consecutive, we should come back. Okay, always you should come back by checking from last letter. So you will accept BB. What if one more A comes here? You should not be accepting it, right? I mean, you can accept the next B because they have just told 2 B's is compulsory. 3 or 4, anything can be there. So after this, one more B comes. It will be a trap state or dead state because 2 consecutive is the condition. If they tell it can have 2 or more means you could have accepted. But here in this question, they have told exactly 2 consecutive B's. So after this, if B comes, I'm going to send it to dead state. See, first always think whether you can send it back. We have accepted one B. If you send back, it will be accepting other two B's, which is not necessary. So that is why I am using dead state. Similarly, in between these two, if A comes, what will happen? I have to send it back, right? Where I can send, wherever A is getting accepted, there I will send. Similarly, in place of this B also, if A is coming, I am going to send it back. So I think this is the 14th question. One more last question we will solve from this topic and we'll end it up. So let me read the question for you. So obtain a DFA to accept strings of zeros and ones, okay, starting with at least in starting we should have 2 zeros and ending with at least 2 ones. Between and all, it can be anything. Okay, this 15 examples whatever I have taken from official VTU prescribed textbook, Theory of Computation. If you need that textbook link, I have given the WhatsApp channel link. From there you can download. Okay, so 15th question we are solving now, which says starting should be 2 zeros, right? So let me draw it. I think, yeah, Q0 1 0. I'll draw it here, okay, because I need big space. Q0, it will accept 1 0, one more 0. Later they have told anything, but still we will first see, always in this DFA concept, whatever you write in this box, right, same thing you represent here. Later we will think of whatever to add or delete, okay. So 1, Q3, Q4, okay. So this is the given question. In between it can have anything they have told, right? So after accepting 2 zeros, it can have either 0 or 1. Okay, this is how you represent. But now we will go on checking with last element. Why we are checking in this question? Even though they did not give consecutive, it is understood, right? If 2 zeros are present continuously, it is consecutive. So hence we have to go on checking it from last letter. Am I clear? Okay. So if in this one place, if 0 is coming, I should send it back to where 0 is there. Here it is accepting 0, I am sending it back. Okay, and similarly in this place, if 0 is coming, again I have to send it back. Okay, in starting, let us check. After I accept 2 zeros, if one more 0 comes, where can I send it? Can I send it here? No, because it will be accepted, but I want to reject it. See, you have to check whether you can send it back. No, again I cannot send it back, right? So I have to send it to dead state. In both the condition, after accepting 1 0, if 1 comes also, I will send it to dead state. After accepting this 0, one more 0 comes also, I should send it to dead state. Okay, I mean you can have continuous 3 zeros, so you can write 1, I think. Yeah, 1, because they have just told starting with 2 zeros. It can be having 0 1 or 1 0, anything, right? So it can accept zeros but not 1. So this is how we represent it. Yeah, if you want to represent 1 also, you can take it. Here in between, anything you can fill, either 1 0 or 0 1 or 1 1, right? Anything you want, that is your wish. So based on your condition, what you want to fill, right? Write properly. I mean, write this example, put in a box and write, with consideration with this example I have solved. So you can take any condition according to you and write for this one question. That's it. Because they have told in between you can fill anything. Okay, hope I am clear with the DFA concept. So later we will be moving with NFA, DFA and all. I hope this video was helpful to you. We'll meet in the next video. Do comment whether this was helpful to you.